Of all the issues I've ever discussed on this show, and that's all of them over a long time, the ones that have gotten me the most hate, health issues, like obesity. Like that is the ultimate third rail. Yeah. Like when I did it, even other anchors would call me up and say, I can't believe you talked about that. Yeah, because you have to talk. How can you not talk about it?
In this video, we joined Bill Maher and his panel on Real Time with Bill Maher. On Bill Maher's panel is Chris Cuomo. The two of them debate RFK and the health of America. With that, let's watch Bill Maher wreck Chris Cuomo.
Yeah, man, he's the host of News Nation's Cuomo and the podcast, The Chris Cuomo Project. Chris Cuomo. Okay, here are the questions for panel. Has Trump's victory emboldened young misogynists like Nick Fuentes, who posted a video telling women, your body, my choice? Oh, well, that's rapey. Yes, that's horrible. I vote horrible. Any dissenters?
Terrible.
Yeah, terrible. Okay, well, Nick
He also like weirdly turned on Trump at some point during the campaign and said he was going the other direction. And now he's like...
And then he pepper sprayed a lady, which is really alpha.
Yeah, very.
I mean, look, the Democrats have had their people, but I mean, there's just a lot of people in that administration that have women issues.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Glad we all agree on that. Does AOC removing pronouns from her Twitter bio signal that she may be moderating some of her positions? I didn't know that happened, and baby steps is all I can say is.
At least she didn't leave the platform.
She's been listening to people. She's been saying, because I think she's smart, she's been saying to Trump voters who voted for her and Trump to explain why and tell why they split their ticket. It's been very interesting.
Yeah, I think that she owns her own positions. You may not agree with them, but there's an authenticity to it. I think people resonate off that. Look, I think, Doc, that's one of the reasons that you were so blow away in your interview with Bill and why the book is doing so well, is that it just rings of being, I don't have your sophistication, but if it makes sense, to this salami on top of my shoulders, it is very impressive to people, and it's great to hear it. I just wish you were more involved with the administration.
Well, maybe she will be. I mean, your brother is, right? Isn't he closer to RFK?
He's been very involved,
okay.
Yeah. No, but I think there's something happening right now where I think there's been a lot of polarization and the algorithms are fueling it. But I think we're seeing a thread happening where authenticity and truth, people respond to it. And I think, a lot of people thought that there was no chance that Trump could win another election. But I think the assumption that Americans are stupid and they don't understand things, they rejected that. And they said, we're gonna come out and sort of vote for people who trust us to make nuanced decisions and have nuanced ideas. So
she's 100% right. I can't say what percentage, but a major part of Donald Trump's success in politics is his authenticity. He says what's on his mind. He's transparent. They want to call him a liar, a scumbag, cover up this, cover up that. I think he's an honest guy. And he's a politician. I'm sure he does shady stuff behind the scenes that I don't know about. I'm not naive. But that authenticity makes it at least appear that he's sincere when he says he cares about what's best for the country. That resonates with people. Anyway, back to the video.
I think that Make America Healthy Again, those moms, those suburban moms, is an underrated part of the electorate, and it is going to change the coalition and possibly the way that Trump governs, as we're already seeing. And I think Democrats became the party of, you can't say that. You can't talk about crime and immigration because it's racist. You can't talk about trans issues because trans kids will kill themselves. You can't talk about the COVID vaccine because it means you want kids to have measles. And it's like, a bunch of people went, you're full of shit. I'm allowed to say things.
Nothing scares people like health. Of all the issues I've ever discussed on this show, and that's all of them over a long time, the ones that have gotten me the most hate, health issues, like obesity. Like that is the ultimate third rail. Yeah. Like when I did it, even other anchors would call me up and say, I can't believe you talked about that. Yeah, because you have to talk. How can you not talk about it? I mean, it's the #1 health factor in this country.
Well, it gives you a disconnect, and I'll give you an interesting thing that MK will understand immediately. When you're looking at focus groups, okay, for a campaign or a candidate, right? Very often, you will, for a period, watch them with the sound down. because what you're looking for is body language affinity, where like they're all getting it. If you think about the disparate ideas at this table, and when you talk about the idea of, you know, there's something in our food, there's a lot of stuff in our food that probably shouldn't be there. And every time they look, the more they find that can kill you. Everybody's head is going like this. Yeah, I think the food's a problem. My question to you is, if everybody's head is nodding like this, what is keeping anything from ever happening that moves us in the direction that
The
your
food
goal
is delicious. That's the problem.
I would say,
That's what it is.
I'll tell you,
Who comes back from Italy saying, I can't wait to get some ragu?
that's right. I mean, Italy, the food is it's more delicious.
But
than
we
what
don't
have,
live in
and they
Italy.
have-
You live near McDonald's.
Not yet.
But
I mean, this is not rocket science.
But I don't know that our food, I'm not talking about like,
The
you know,
food is delicious. It is.
In America.
If I had 6 months to live,
You mean the
I'd eat
lousy food.
McDonald's every night.
Are you
and if
serious?
and if I ate McDonald's every night, I'd have 6 months to live. Yes.
So look, I was on his team.
McDonald's isn't delicious? Who are we fucking kidding? It's delicious.
It's so. I mean, we should talk. But
I
think
never have it, but it's delicious.
And how do you know?
I've had it.
Oh,
Have they changed the formula? I don't think so. Coca-Cola, also delicious
When they
product.
put the Big
I can
Mac-
I can see the success.
when they put the Big Mac on the thing and the guy comes
If you like watching videos like this one, like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Let's get back to the video.
back 3 months later and it looks the same way, I was out.
I know.
I was out.
I mean,
Anything that
twitched.
holds up better than my hairline, I'm not going to eat.
when you know what's in it, and you still are able to find deliciousness in it.
I don't eat it. This is not rocket science, people.
Right.
I know something's delicious, and I know it's bad for me, so I don't eat it. Is that so hard to understand? Yes, but let's not deny that the one reason why people still do this is because people are always making decisions. All we are doing this every day, present versus the future. If I stay up another hour, I'll be tired in the morning, but I want to watch this.
Look,
I do it all the time.
You're
Oh, shit.
100% right about McDonald's and it tasting good, and that's one of the reasons we do it. And also, Casey's right about the McDonald's doing something to your body that then makes your body want more McDonald's.
Yes, it's
right? Like,
evil.
that's how it
It's
works.
engineered by
It's
food
it's
scientists
totally engineered.
for you to think that it's delicious.
It's purposely addictive.
Like a drug, right? Yes.
And one of the
Remember,
reasons we have
yeah.
You guys know I love disagreeing with liberals, but how do I disagree with this? Everything they're saying is right. Fast food, by the way, that I eat all the time, so I don't practice what I preach, but it is killing us way faster than necessary and causing health problems that we wouldn't have if it didn't exist. And so I hate to agree with Chris Cuomo, but if everyone agrees on this, what's the issue? Well, that's the question he asked. I think the issue is whatever lobby, the preservatives lobby, the food industry, and just all the money involved. There's a lot of money to be made. So I am just assuming it finds its way to the right people to downgrade additives or whatever that were in a slightly risky category, and then they bump it down to not risky, stuff like that. Another thought I've had is we have so much crap and preservatives and additives in our food that if it were one or two of these things that slipped through the cracks, probably wouldn't be a big deal. But I think just the onslaught of them, the volume of them, the negative effect in its totality is really, really bad. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
Everyone
No.
nods their head, but nothing gets done because there are a bunch of moneyed interests here, and maybe you need, I don't know, a
Right.
disruptor
Yes,
to
you do.
make something
And
happen.
over 20% of our GDP is dependent on us not talking about obesity. Honestly,
Yes.
17% of our GDP goes to healthcare, and a huge portion more goes to ultra-processed food. And there is a chokehold on talking about
Right, and-
anything that could make people feel empowered to not take part in that system, which depends on us being addicted to processed food and then sick and in the
And
hospital.
again, for the people who are going to yell at me because, oh my God, are you defending Robert Kennedy? Well, just remember, your view on obesity from the left, to go into that roster of things that I said that they're crazy about, was, first of all, it's body positivity. Was there ever more Orwellian phrase than that? It was it's not, there's nothing positive about it. I mean,
We want to hear from you. What did you guys think about this panel discussion between Bill Maher and Chris Cuomo? Let us know in the comments. Anyway, as always, really appreciate you watching, and we will see you on the next one.